Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Oh, while we're waiting for Teacher Michael, can everyone introduce yourself to me, please? What's your name? How old are you? And what city are you living now?
Okay, my name is Ashley. I am 8 years old. I live in Halong City.
Oh, yes. All right. Okay. Who's next? Who's next, please? So it was Ashley, yeah? And here. Okay. Oh, Luli. Luli? Oh, Quân nào? Quân. How are you, Quân? Where you from?
My name is Kwon. I'm 12 years old. I live in Brinton.
It's big hot, yeah. Okay, Teacher Michael back here. All right, I return the call to Teacher Michael.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for your patience. So today, we're up to our third lesson. And we are going to, I've got a slideshow here to show you. We're going to be focusing on 4 important debating terms. So by the end of the lesson, we're going to understand these words very well. And that is going to make your debating a lot easier. I'm going to share my screen with you all. Okay. Here we go. So the 4 words that we are going to learn about today are the interlocutor, the motion, the proposition, and the opposition. So let's learn about the important parts of a debate. It is important to understand the key terms used in a debate, so you can address other people by the correct title and follow the conversation as it happens. So let's talk about the interlocutor, the motion, the proposition, and the opposition. First of all, the interlocutor. It's a funny word. I've never heard it used anywhere else except in a debate. So, yeah, but we're going to need to learn about it. So, the interlocutor is the moderator or the facilitator of the debate. So, a moderator is somebody that makes sure that the rules are being followed and that everybody's being polite and respectful. A facilitator is somebody that runs something. So the interlocutor is going to run the debate and make sure that everybody sticks to the rules and that everybody gets a fair chance to speak. So the interlocutor, as I just said, ensures fairness, manages the debate, and maintains order. So when we talk about fairness, everybody gets the same amount of time to speak. Managing the debate is, again, making sure that the rules are being followed and the debate runs smoothly. And finally, the interlocutor maintains order. So sometimes when we debate, our emotions can get the better of us, and we might stop debating with the other team and we might start actually arguing with them. We might get a bit angry, or a bit upset, and we start arguing. So it's the interlocutor's job to make sure that everybody calms down and that the debate gets back on track. So their responsibility includes introducing the topic of debate, timekeeping, and facilitating question and answer sessions. So the interlocutor will let the debaters know, or will announce for the audience as well, what the topic of debate is. They make sure that everybody sticks to their time limits for speaking, and they run the portion of the debate where the judges and the audience get to ask the debaters questions. Any questions so far? Take that as a no. Terrific. Now, guys, just to let you know, if you do have any questions, make sure that you do ask me. I'm here to help, and I want to make sure that everybody succeeds and learns about debating. Because once we get started, it's actually a lot of fun. I like arguing with people. So the motion is the topic or the proposition being debated. So the motion is a statement that is made by the proposition team, and it lets everybody know what side of the argument that they are on. The motion is important because it sets the framework for the debate and it guides arguments. So the framework is like the order, how the debate is supposed to run. So once we know who is on which team and what those teams' positions are, we then know what kinds of arguments we need to be making. So let's look at some examples. Now, the important thing to know about the motion is that it will always be the proposition team that states the motion. So it's always going to be the proposition that lets us know what the motion is. So if we have a look here at topic number 1, should every child learn to swim? We're going to ignore the theme for now, but the motion of that debate might be something like, this house believes that every child should learn how to swim. And the reason that that's so important is because once the proposition make that motion, this house believes that every child should learn how to swim, we know that that's what they agree with, and we now know what side of the argument the opposition has to argue. So, another example of a motion would be topic 2. Should children be allowed to have smartphones? If this is the case, then the proposition team might argue, this house believes that children should be allowed to have smartphones. And that lets us know what they're arguing for. And now it lets us know what the opposition have to argue for. So Does everybody understand about the motion?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Fantastic. So the next thing we need to talk about is the proposition. And the proposition is the team that supports the motion. So they present arguments in favor of the motion. So they're going to try to convince the audience that the motion is correct and that they should believe the proposition team. And a fancy way of saying that, if anybody's interested, is they advocate for the adoption or the acceptance of the motion. Our other team is the opposition. Now, the opposition is the team that opposes the motion, and they present arguments against the motion. So the opposition want you to believe that the motion is wrong and that you should believe the opposition team instead. And a fancy way of saying that is they challenge the adoption or the acceptance of the motion. Now, the next thing we need to discuss is the interplay between the proposition and the opposition. And what that means is, how do the two teams interact with each other? So basically, a debate is a clash of ideas, arguments, and perspectives. So we've got the proposition on this side, the opposition on this side, and they're both arguing against each other, so their ideas are clashing. It's important to have balanced and well-constructed arguments from both sides. So balance simply means that we want everybody to have equal amount of time to speak so that nobody has an advantage of more time to speak in a debate. And we want our arguments to be well constructed. So if we're going to fit everything we need to say into 3 minutes or 5 minutes, depending on how long we get to talk, then we need to really put thought into how we write our arguments, so we've got time to say everything. And of course, the goal of any team of a debate is to persuade the audience and influence their stance on the motion. So when you persuade somebody, you want to convince them of your ideas by talking about the good reasons for your ideas. And to influence them means you just change their mind. So you want to convince them that you're right and change their mind to believe in your point of view about the motion. Now, the next thing that we want to talk about is the interlocutor's role in mediating the debate. So the interlocutor makes sure that both teams get to speak for the same amount of time. They manage the flow of the debate and they maintain order. So they make sure the conversation runs smoothly and they make sure that all of the rules are being followed. And the final role that the interlocutor has, they resolve conflicts and they enforce the debate rules. So like I was saying before, sometimes debaters can get a little bit heated and then they stop debating and they start arguing. So the interlocutor is there to make sure that the arguments stop and we can get back to debating. So let's recap. So I'm going to put up a whiteboard now and we're all going to write down, or I'll write it down when you tell me, but we're going to discuss the definition of all the words that we just talked about. So I'm going to write these words on the whiteboard here. We've got interlocutor. We've got motion. We've got proposition. And we've got opposition. So, who can tell me what does interlocutor mean? Or who is the interlocutor? Anybody?
Interlocutor is the one who makes laws to be fair.
Very good. So the interlocutor makes sure rules are followed and everybody is treated fair. Very good. Now, who can tell me what the motion is? Let's hear from somebody else.
Motion is the topic.
Very good. The motion is the topic being debated. Now, which team makes the motion? Which team makes the motion? Is it the proposition or the opposition? Say that again.
The team that argue for the motion.
Very good. Made by the proposition. Very good, guys. Now, speaking of the proposition, can somebody tell me something about the proposition team?
The proposition team is the team that argue for the motion.
Very good. Ben.
Proposition.
The team that what were you going to say? The proposition.
Opposition. Opposition.
Yep. What about the proposition, Quan?
Teacher, I think the proposition one, you say that the team that argues for the motion.
Very good, Jane. I'm just reading your names out as I see them written. So yes, very good. The team that
But-
argues for the motion. Now, who can tell me something about the opposition? What do they do?
The team
The
that
team
opposes the motion.
that argues the motion.
The team
Again.
That opposes the motion.
Against.
very good.
The team
team
that argues
that-
against the motion.
Team that oppose or argue
Against.
against the motion. Very good job, guys. Well done. So I'm going to save this and I'm going to send it to your Zalo group after class. And now I'm going to share my screen for just a moment. This next activity is going to be a little bit of fun. We're going to use our brains and we're going to start thinking. So we're going to discuss how all of these roles are interconnected or what they have to do with each other. It's a great little activity, this. So on the whiteboard here, I am going to write interlocutor at the top. I'm going to write motion slash theme. Not theme, sorry. Topic. I'm going to write proposition. Oh, I've forgotten how to spell today.
Is it
And
like the game that on Tuesday we played?
I think so.
oh, did we do that on Tuesday already?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah, very well done. Well then, if that's the case, we can skip this bit. This is the exact game that we played on Tuesday. I've been updating my calendar recently to keep track of all of my classes. So
Joe.
that's the exact reason why I had to do that, to stop things like this.
LOL.
Teacher, this
Rufflecopter.
How?
So if that's the case, then we can
Oh, no.
go over.
To teach my art.
Yep, there are two me's in this class because I'm always watching. So
I don't believe you.
you don't believe me?
That is the fake one.
That
The
is
one
not
that-
nice.
That
Now
is
the
turning off the camera is the fake one.
teacher, look in the chat. Someone
I
had
just saw what Quan changed his name to. So nobody in the class has to do homework except Quan. Quan's going to do everybody's homework for turning his name to old Mr. Archie.
No.
He's going to have to write 50 arguments.
No.
No, his name is
I'm
Mr.
kidding.
Archer and he is old.
No.
I'm kidding, Quan. I'm just kidding. So if
Mr.
we've already...
Archer is old.
Yes, Miss Jane.
Mr. Archer is old.
Oh no. Not again.
All right. So we're going to get back on track now. And so we're going to do a little bit of revision about the last few lessons that we've had. We're going to cover more of the information that we've done in the past few lessons. So,
Hey, there's an imposter.
hey.
Look, there's old Mr. Michael.
I don't even know what to call you anymore because your name's just a question mark. So I suppose I'll be like, huh? Okay. I know. That's not what your name says.
Hey,
Okay, so I'm going to put up some slides and we're going to go back and discuss the theme of debate.
the beam.
Yes. So I've got a few slides to show you
The thing
about.
of the motion.
Nope. We're going to leave the motion behind for now. We're going to forget about that. And we're
I know
going to
who
talk
old
about
Mr. Michael is.
the theme. Now,
Mr. Michael. I
Ben,
know who the
focus.
imposter is.
Me too, because it's not me. Now, let's focus on the theme.
Okay.
So, it is important to select themes and topics to debate that are interesting, so they capture the audience's attention. The theme is the main subject, and it is used to guide the debate and the arguments that each team should make. So first of all, we're just going to revise how to choose a theme. And there are certain factors to consider when coming up with a debate theme. The first one is make sure the audience can relate to the theme. It will help them to understand why you are discussing it. So to relate to a theme is something that they can understand. So if I was going to choose a debate theme for you guys, I wouldn't pick a topic like astrophysics and its effect on the universe and greater space. Because I'm sure most of you would just look at me and go, what is he talking about? So I choose something that's a little easier to understand. The next tip is make the theme interesting, so the audience will want to listen to what you have to say. And finally, make sure the theme is appropriate for the debaters. So if I was to give you guys a debate topic, I would not give you a debate topic that is rude or naughty or disrespectful. I'd give you a topic that you could think about and come up with lots of interesting arguments. So those are the three main things to consider when we are coming up with a debate topic. Next up, we're going to have a look at some examples of themes. So one example we could use is community. And that means discussing ways to make our neighborhood a better place. Or we could talk about animals, exploring the importance of animal welfare and conservation. So making sure animals are happy, healthy, and that they're protected. And finally, we could debate about friendship. So debating about the qualities that make a good friend. So from our theme, we need to develop a debate topic. And after this slide, we're going to have a little activity together. So one of the best ways to come up with a great topic for debate is to brainstorm. Brainstorming is really easy and it really gets your brain thinking. We're simply going to write our theme in the center of the page, and then we're going to write all the things we can think of that have something to do with theme. So, the meme.
The imposter is Jane.
So I'm going to share my whiteboard, and in the middle of that whiteboard, I am going to write a theme. So my theme is going to be technology. So who here can tell me something that they think about technology? Give me an example of technology.
Technology help us in work.
We're not looking for arguments just yet. We've got to develop our topic first. So I'll start. So I might
What is
say
technology?
computers. So a computer is a type of technology. Who can think of another type of technology?
Television.
Smartphone.
Good. So we've got television, TV. I heard somebody say smartphones.
Okay.
Very good.
Cell phone.
So we've got tablets. Who can think of
Laptop.
another one? Pardon?
A cell phone.
Okay, so we've got cell phones. Now, one thing I want you guys to notice about what we're doing here is that in the very middle, we've written the overall theme, technology. And now we've got a few categories there. So computers, TV, television, smartphones, and tablets. So as you've noticed, and actually I think I have done that the wrong way around. So I'd actually write cell phones and smartphones. So we've got our main theme in the center, and then connected to that, we write all of our initial ideas. And then when we start getting more specific, we attach those more specific ideas to the first idea. So I remember somebody said iPad. So an iPad is a type of tablet. So we connect iPad to tablet. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah. Yeah.
Terrific.
Yes.
Good. Good. Now, brainstorming is an absolutely brilliant way to come up with ideas. And it doesn't just have to be about debating themes. You can use it to come up with ideas for anything. So who can think of something to do with computers? Who can think of something to do with computers?
Laptop.
Good.
Desktop.
Laptops.
Desktop.
We've got desktops.
PC.
Pardon?
A PC.
Good. So PCs are, so PC would be counted as computers because PC stands for personal computer. So we've already got that there.
Computer.
Pardon? Okay, who can think of something to do with TV?
I have no idea.
Television?
Well, that's
I
what
think
TV stands for. But who can think of something you might do on TV?
I got an idea.
I'll add one.
Who's the real Mr. Macho? There's two Mr. Macho.
The one that doesn't say old is the real one.
But there are two. One that doesn't say old.
Ah, well, they're both me. I'm on my phone on one and on my tablet on the other.
Oh,
So on TV, we could watch Netflix or
Disney.
computers. We could use the internet. Good.
how is it YouTube? It is a tube full of you.
What does it mean, YouTube?
So we could also do video games. Now, what we can start to do once we start filling up the board, we can actually start connecting our ideas. So you can play, for example, video games on the TV. You can play video games on the computer. You can play video games on the internet. So you can see with this brainstorming that not only is it a great way to come up with ideas, but it's also a great way to find out how our ideas link together. So I could also connect YouTube to the internet. So this tool, if you use it, this brainstorming, this is absolutely fantastic for coming up with ideas. So I'm just going to write in the corner here. Example brainstorm. And I'll send this one to you guys as well a little bit later after class. So now we've got this. There you all are. So now we've done our brainstorming activity. Let's discuss the characteristics of a good debate topic. So first of all, we want to make the topic engaging. We want to capture our audience's attention. We need to make sure that our debate topic is balanced, because a good debate should invite arguments from multiple points of view. Because it's not much of a debate if only one side can make a good argument. For example, we couldn't debate about, do we need to breathe oxygen to live? Because there's only one side to that argument. Yes, we do. You couldn't make an argument to say, no, we don't. So the topic needs to be something that can be argued about from different sides. And like we mentioned before, the topic of a debate should always be age appropriate. The debaters should understand what they are arguing about. So, let's have a look at some example debate topics so that we can really start to understand how they connect to the theme. So if our theme is community, remember our definition from before. Community, discussing ways to make our neighborhood a better place. So some topics for the theme community could be, should we have more parks in our neighborhood? Or another one could be, is it important to recycle and protect the environment? Or if the theme were animals, one topic could be, should zoos exist to protect endangered species? Or another topic could be, is it better to adopt a pet from a shelter rather than buying one? And finally, the other topic, which was friendship, debating the qualities of a good friend. So a topic could be, what qualities make a good friend? Or should we share our toys with our friends? So we see these questions, you're able to answer them all from different points of view, and that's what makes them a good debate topic. And now we talk about the importance of topic selection. So we need to, I need to fill that slide in. So what we'll do now is, check the chat box for one. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to come up with a theme or a topic from our theme. So we have.
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes,
Oh, no.
what's your question?
Why does your computer has TikTok?
Why does my computer what?
Why does your computer have TikTok? And you should change your name into Old Mr. Michael.
Oh, no.
Jane, I thought we'd move past this old Mr. Michael stuff already. You're going to make me sad in a minute. I'm going to start crying on camera, and that's not pretty. But
Why does your computer have TikTok?
because I'm not actually using my, I'm not actually upset. I'd like to think you kids are just joking and not actually being mean to me. Old Mr. Jane. But no, I'm actually not using my computer. This is actually a tablet that I'm using.
From Samsung?
Yes, it's a Samsung tablet. Samsung Galaxy. Oh, Jane shut that down pretty quick. Okay, so I'm going to open up a Word document here. Going to open up a new Word document here. So let's examine let's come up with a few possible debate topics. So can you all clearly see the brainstorm there?
What brainstorm?
In the bottom corner of the
Brainstorm
screen.
means a brain being stormed by thunder.
It does not. It means that thing in the bottom right corner of your screen. What we just wrote on the whiteboard together. So let's take these ideas that we've come up with, and let's come up with a debate topic based on the theme of technology. So let's come up with a debate topic. No, I do not wish to delete that. Let's come up with a debate topic based on video games. What's a topic that we could debate about video games?
Should children play video games too much?
Well, you've already answered that question. By saying too much, that means should we play it too much, which no, we shouldn't. But should children play video games? That could be a very good topic for debate. Well done, Jane.
But I always play video games, old Mr. Michael.
Do you always play video games, old Mr. Jane?
Do you always like see TikTok, old Mr. Michael?
No, I don't go on TikTok very much, old Mr. Jane.
The jam.
You do go to TikTok, old Mr. Michael, etc.
I do, but not very much. Because I'm in the process of starting up a business and I need it to advertise.
Why don't you change your name as old Mr. Michael?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to. Why don't you change your name to old Mr. Jane?
The jam.
The jam.
Why don't Ben change his name into old Mr. Ben? And why didn't Mr. Michael change his name into old Mr. Michael?
Well, because Jane named Jane the jam.
Oh no, we're going to get stuck on this. So let's get back on topic.
Okay.
What is a debate topic?
No, we won't.
Yeah, we will. So what is a debate topic?
Won't.
Yes.
What is a debate topic that we could come up with for smartphones?
Should Jane use smartphone?
Does Mr. Michael see TikTok?
That would be a different topic. That would be social media. So I'll come up with an example for this one.
Should children use smartphone?
Good.
Old Mr. Michael use
Children.
smartphone.
Should children use smartphones? Okay, so let's try and come up with a different topic rather than just asking, should children do this? Let's try and come up with a different topic. And let's hear from somebody that hasn't said much this lesson. I'd like to hear from more people. So
Gerari?
I will pick I will pick
Drawing.
computers. Now, let me point something out to you guys about coming up with a debate topic.
What do you mean?
So if we pick something like smartphones or YouTube or Netflix, then we can really only create a debate topic about that one thing unless we can link it to something else. But if we use our broader categories like computers or TV or cell phones or tablets, then we can use more of the ideas that are connected to them to come up with more interesting topics. So for example, we could have a debate about
I got it.
let me see if I can think of one.
I
Go on,
can
Ben,
think
let's
of
hear it.
Do we need to use internet?
You just said you had
or
it.
computer?
Well, we don't have to. That was a good try. So perhaps if we look at that from a different way, let's actually have a look at it with maybe internet and video games. Let's come up with something for that. We're going to combine
How many
internet
video
and
games are
video
there
games.
on the internet?
Now you're just asking questions, Ben. We need to come up with a
1
topic for a debate.
trillion.
So we don't think there's that many. So we could maybe using internet and video games. Go on.
Should video games exist on the internet?
Oh, now that is a good one. Good. Well, actually, let's look at it a bit differently. Has the internet affected video games for better or worse? So a topic like that could be interesting to debate because it would make us think of arguments like playing games on the internet allows us to play with people all over the world. Or we could come up with other arguments like it's bad because we have to always be downloading and paying for more expansion packs to keep playing the game. So there's a lot of different things we can think about with these debate topics, but overall, guys, you did really well today. We looked at quite a difficult topic. And I'm sure I'm going to check the chat and see a million messages calling me old Mr. Mike. Oh, no.
No, poor Mr. Michael.
I know, Jane's picking on me. Yes, Jane.
Teacher, there's an old Mr. Michael.
Oh, bless. Okay, guys, let's wrap it up for today. I did read it.
My message yet?
I did. That's why I laughed. Now, so we have covered a lot of information tonight. We've revised a lot. So over the weekend, I want you guys, your homework is to study all of the handouts that I've given you. You can check for them in your Zalo group for this
That'll be
class.
easy.
Nope. So it won't be easy because I'm going to be
Yes.
asking you all. I'm going to be asking you all questions about these. I'm going to be asking you all questions about these handouts, and they won't be questions that anybody can answer. I'm going to be asking specific people specific questions. So you need to make sure that you study all of these handouts so that you can answer any question that I may ask. So you're going to have a bit of study to do this weekend. Make sure you learn all of the words. So,
Old Mr. Michael.
yes, old Mr. Jane.
Old Mr. Michael.
Super old Mr. Jane the Jam.
Change your
Teacher
name
Mike.
into Old Mr. Michael.
Teacher Michael is in madness because students is
Oh, okay.
Wait a little.
I don't think. I'm going to see if I can change my name. I don't think I can change my name on here unless I log out and
Read
log
my
back in.
message, please.
I'm not going to read that out loud. That'll take too long.
Wow.
Okay, guys. It was a very long message that he sent me. I can't be bothered reading it out. So,
It's about old Mr. Michael. I mean the imposter. Oh no.
okay. So, so, to wrap up, guys, well done. I'm going to change my name back.
So I'm gonna change my name.
Okay, so well done today, guys. Your homework is just lots of study so that you know all of the words and all of the meanings of everything we've talked about. So I'm going to be quizzing you all next lesson
Have you
to make sure that you've done the study. Oh, Ben,
teacher?
I just saw your name change. I just saw it. Okay, guys, good lesson today. Have a great weekend. Study hard. There is a quiz coming.
Okay.
Ooh.
Bye, Mr. Michael.
Goodbye,
Okay.
Kwan.
Bye,
Goodbye,
old
Ben.
Mr. Michael.
Goodbye.
Goodbye,
Mr.
everybody.
Michael.
Bye, Mr. Ben.
Bye-bye.
Bye.